Grand Rising. Welcome, welcome. My name is Mercy, and today we are going to be working on Locust Pose. All right. Great for the back. Great for strengthening the back. It's going to feel a little bit intense, but we're going to get into some of these stretches that is going to ease some of that pressure. All right. So let's do it. Well, first thing we want to do is let's get in some jumping jacks just to kind of get our blood kind of pumping, rushing. Let's get right into it. Yes. We're going to hit some jumping jacks today. We're going to take it back to the jumping jacks just to kind of get the blood warm. All right, so 10 jumping jacks. See, that was quick, boom, boom, the 10 jumping jacks. All right, the next thing we're going to be doing is we are going to be giving this a little stretch with our legs here. Today we're going to be doing Locust Pose. It's going to require a lot of leg strength, a lot of back strength. All right, now we're going to take it again. Breathe. Breathe for balance. You're going to kind of stretch up that leg there. Yes, we want to give this one right here. Yes, yes, feel your body, feel it, feel it. We're going to bounce here. And one last stretch that's going to really help us for this next pose. I know you're going to hate it. You might hate it, but I'm telling you, it's going to be really, really helpful in our pose for today, okay? We're just going to do 5 of these. 2. 3. I know, it's horrible. And it's beautiful and great at the same time. 4. Because what you're doing is you're really opening up that back, opening up your spine. And 5. I know you're going to hate it. I know. And now let's rest here now. Okay? I want you to take the waist and you're going to move it from side to side. Lift up. This is a part of our stretch. Today we're going into Locust Pose. Locust Pose looks a little something like this. All right. Yes, but we're not going to rush into it. We're going to actually ease into it so we don't, this is a pose that you have to ease into. The first thing we're going to do to get into this pose is we're going to kind of come right here like we're a grasshopper. And all we're going to do is just kind of a slight gentle raise, just like this. You breathe that in. Just a gentle raise like so. Let's come back down. Alright. And with the Locust Pose now, we're going to have these feet planted down like this. And we're going to have our hands, you can go ahead and turn them with the palms facing down. Alright, and with Locust Pose, what we're going to do is we're going to push the pelvic area down into the ground. Push the pelvic area down into the ground. Don't clench the buttocks, alright? When you clench the buttocks and then you try to lift your head, you're going to feel a little pressure at the bottom at your lower back. No need for that. We just want to push the pelvic in, lift with your belly, lift with your legs, just a little, just do a little gentle lift right now. Breathe that in, find your foundation here, then release. All right, and shake it out again. We're rolling like this, we're shaking it out. All right, we're going to do that again. We got the palms facing down. All right, we're going to make sure that we're taking the shoulders and we're rolling them up and backwards like this. All right, and when you lift those legs, that's when I want you to take that inhale. We're going to go like this. We're going to push the palms down, push the pelvic area into the ground, lift the legs up and inhale like this. Yes, hold it here. We have the belly into the ground, the pelvic area into the ground. Kind of feel the pressure a little bit in your back and let's release. Let's roll it out again. All right, now we're going to take it a little step further now. We're going to take it a step further. All right, so we're going to lift the legs, lift the chest. But this time, I want you to take your hands and I want you to reach back as much as you can, like so. Now you're going to feel like a little balance off of the ground like this. You want to make sure you're not clenching the butt. You want to make sure that you're pushing the pelvic into the ground. That's how you're going to get your strength. You're reaching the hands back. For beginners, it is best that you have your hands palms facing down. But the more you get comfortable, you notice that you will flip the hands and kind of go like this to the back. But right now, we're going to have the palms down to the ground, and we're going to lift together. Ready? Deep breath, pushing palms to the ground, pushing the pelvic area down into the ground, keeping the butt loose. All right, using the legs to lift, belly to lift, chest open and up. Yes, we're here, holding it, finding our foundation, finding our breath. When you feel too much of that pressure, you just go ahead and bring it down. So that's it. This is Locust Pose. You can take it a step further and you can clasp your hands together to help you. And you're gonna lift the chest back like this. This is a variation where you can use both of your hands to clasp together, lift chest, lift toes. All right, of course, we always, you can use your block to help you. The block here, we're gonna rest our forehead here, so to the ground. Have our hands here, lift those legs, and of course, you're gonna get some of that pressure release with the forehead here. Okay, and lift, 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 lift. And this is Locust Pose. Yes, you're gonna feel it in your back, so just really make sure that you stretch out the back. And when you're finished, you can kind of come up here. Rest here a bit. All right. We're going to change things up a little bit here. We're going to just do a small practice to end out this video. All right, so we're just going to come here. We're in upward dog here. Yes, yes. And we're just going to reach over. We're just going to end out in practice. Make sure you guys let me know in the comments if you want to start having a small practice alongside the tutorials, or sometimes tutorials and sometimes the practice. That way you can just kind of see how I get into my flow versus just seeing like just a small, just a little small excerpt on the tutorials. But with the practice, it's usually just slow and listening to your body. Okay, we will be practicing this pose soon. But right now, we're just, if you like to follow along, feel free. Okay. If You're going to use your block for this one. Let me show you how you do it. You take your block here. Yes, that's right, Janaya. I got you, girl. I got you. I need to use my blocks more. So you definitely keeping me on my toes about that. Okay, see how that block is helping out right there? Yes. Release some of that tension. And I'm going to release it now, and I'm going to come into wide-legged. All right? This is one of my favorites. I don't do any practice without getting into this one here. And I just feel around. Just feel it. Stretch it out, down. Deep breath. This feels so good. Usually I just stay there until I'm ready to move, especially when it feels good like this. And when I'm in this pose, I like to reach over to this leg here and relax into this. You're going to feel your upper thighs opening up. I can feel some soreness in my upper thighs. And then we're going to reach over. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, so it looks like we're definitely going to do some more slow practices. You know, we want to keep the fire burning. We want to keep things exciting. And tutorials, great start, but now I see that you guys are ready to really get into the practice. So we're going to come up. Look, I'm still not finished. Usually after here, after my legs is feeling nice and juicy and limber, I like to come down into goddess pose. And males, I know it's called goddess pose, but let me just put it to you like that. You're just stretching, all right? You're stretching the groins. You don't have to do all like this, though you can, but we're just stretching the groins, okay? Fellas need love down there too. It's not just us ladies. So stretch the groins. We're in goddess right now. All right, coming out of that now. I like to go into my bend here. This is a flow in practice. Right here, when you're in this pose, you want to make sure that your knees are slightly bent. Yes. You kind of want to just make sure your knees is bent. Sometimes I like to come here. Sometimes I like to hug my knees to get more deeper into the stretch. Oops, don't fall. And guess what? I personally like to take this stretch a little further, and I like to lift my leg here and come back down to get the inside of the inner leg. Now, it's a stretch for me that is always really loose, really tight up there. Okay, take this one here, come down as well. I want to do one sun salutation. Sun salutation is the first thing you do when you wake up. Most of the time, that's when you practice it, but it's kind of like a real full body yoga. Uh-oh, it's a bee. Come on. I don't kill bees. This is trying to sting me. Right. Crawl up. Come here. Sun salutation. Come here. You come in here. You come in here. You come in here. You're looking up. Taking in that breath. Coming back down. Bring the leg back. Bring the leg down. Bring the knees gliding into cobra. Coming up into upward. Cobra. Upward facing dog. This is upward facing dog. This is cobra. Now we're going to take this, get into downward now. Going back into the sun salutation again. Here. Deepen in the stretch by bringing the chest forward to the ground. That's how you deepen the stretch. You go, ugh. Okay, and make sure those knees not too stiff. You can always even go like that. Using the next leg, bringing up towards the hands, like so. Bring the back foot down, flat. Come in and bring the, shifting our weight evenly on both legs. Find your foundation. That's number one. Always make sure you find your comfort, your integrity, find it. Deep breaths. If it's too much pressure into the knee, you can bring it up and come back again. Let me see, I like to come right here. I'm going to come down. Placement, palms next to the foot, coming up here. Okay, after we did that now, then we're going to bring it back. Stick it back. Come down. And I'm going to try to ease into this cobra. Me personally like to come down, but sometimes I get it good, you know? I'm going to ease into it. And that's how you ease into it. Release everything. Now come up. Oh my, that feels great. Okay. All right. Toes planted into the ground, arms straight. Legs stretched out, spine straight. Yes, yes. And we're gonna release the knees, take the toes and bring them up. Pushing back, buttocks up, arms forward, knees slightly bent. Okay, going back into the sun salutation again, coming back. We're gonna do it one more time. We're here. We're here. Now you have a sun salutation A and a sun salutation B. You'll go deeper into these in the future class. Right now we're just creating a little movement here. Creating a movement. One of these times we're going to have to do a live class where we can see everybody, because I would love to see how you're looking right now. Okay, we're here. We're coming back down. We're releasing it, pushing it back. You don't have to do this part up. Really, it's just pushing back into downward dog, but I like to give that little extra stretch there. Now we're here, and we're gliding in again. Ooh. And we're coming up. Make sure that your elbows are in. Make sure your elbows are in. You can come here, or we can do upward facing. You can come up here as well. Or come down. This is how I'm feeling right now. And then now let's come down and let's try leading out into the pose. Feet up, inhale. Hands to the ground to help you push. Lift up the chest. Look how much easier it is for you to get into this. And I'm assuming that it's easier because you did all of that stretching. It feels good. You can also come from here and do it here as well. The important thing is that you're pushing the pelvic area down into the ground, and you're lifting those legs, and you're creating that lift here, because that's how you're going to get that back really worked out. All right, and me personally, when I get real into it, I like to put my hands together. Don't do it if it's feel like it's too much, and I like to pull it back like this to get the maximum out of the stretch, me personally. Like so. But I ain't gonna show off because I ain't trying to have no pain after this. You know, I'm trying to keep it jiggy. So that's it for today. Extended practice. I think I know what our next goal is. Slowing it down even more. I've been enjoying you guys commenting and, you know, still give me that feedback. I'm literally doing this for you guys. I am benefiting too, but I'm holding myself accountable, and I want us to hold each other accountable, all right? So we got consistency out the way. We're trying to make it be more effective. We're trying to make sure that the practice is accessible to you. All right, you're my main 100% focus right now in yoga is building up this group and really finding out how I can help. All right, so that's it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and peace.